That doesn't leave much room to do anything else.
Coppa says that likely means more waiting for a farm bill.
Extend it for another year or longer.
From the 2024 U of I Farm Assets Conference in Champaign, I'm Jared White for Brownfield.
The USDA reports the sale of 200,000 tons of U.S. soybeans to unknown destinations for delivery this marketing year. This is the second day in a row with an announced sale of U.S. beans to an unknown destination for a running total of more than 530,000 tons. The USDA's next round of supply and demand estimates is out January 10th. Read more at brownfieldagnews.com. I'm Brandon Peoples for Brownfield.
It's time to break the silence surrounding mental health. Too often people suffer in silence, afraid to ask for help. That's where 988 comes in. It's a safe, confidential space where you can talk openly about your struggles without fear of judgment. Whether you're experiencing a crisis or you just need someone to listen, 988 is here for you. You're not alone. Let's break the silence together. Call 988. Your mental health matters. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
News. I'm Paul Stevens. President-elect Donald Trump settling a defamation lawsuit against ABC News and anchor George Stephanopoulos. The company will make a $15 million donation to his presidential library, pay $1 million in legal fees, and issue an apology.
The anchor, during an interview, falsely claimed a jury found Trump liable for raping writer E. Jean Carroll, when, in fact, the jury only found him liable for sexual abuse, which has a distinct definition under New York law.
Fox's Chanley Painter. Some members of Congress want more answers, they say, concerning all the recent Northeast drone sightings.
I'm seeing them myself, at least what appears to be drones. And the difference between a plane and a drone is that, the drones have the ability to hover over a particular area.
New York GOP Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis on Fox. America's listening to Fox News.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
I'm Jerry Willis, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A choppy trading session with stocks ending mixed for the day and weak. Stocks hitting a snag this week as stubborn inflation is clouding the path forward for interest rates. Investors are predicting a quarter-point rate cut when the Fed meets next week, but there's a belief on Wall Street that central bankers will scale back expectations for cuts next year. Tech stocks were mostly mixed, and shares of Apple rose slightly, notching its fourth record close this week. And Tesla stock rising 4% for its second record close this week after a Reuters report suggested that President-elect Trump was likely to end a car crash reporting requirement, which is disliked by Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. The Dow down 86 points for its seventh straight session of losses, its longest losing streak since February of 2020. Nasdaq up 24, S&P 500 was flat. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
We'll Kane had you covered this election.
Brett Baer joins us now. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy joining us on The Will Kane Show. Tommy Lahren joins us now.
It's the new must-listen podcast in America.
I think you're right on. It is a funeral for the mainstream media.
I see a victory for Donald Trump. I see a victory for America.
The Will Kane Show. Listen and watch now at WillKaneShow.com. And catch it weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern at FoxNewsRadio.com and the Fox News app.
No longer are you forced to pay high, non-member retail prices or be tied down to one brand of car wash because you belong to their loyalty program. Get better mileage out of your hard-earned dollar with a Wash Me membership. With Wash Me, it's as easy as click, click, clean. You decide where and when you want your car washed. Open the app, select a partner wash location, press go, and Wash Me will take you there using your favorite mapping app. Whether you're at home or away for some business or hopefully pleasure, you'll have access to a nearby Wash Me partner wash. Your Wash Me membership is linked to your mobile phone and not your vehicle, which means you can wash your car, a rental car, grandma's car, or any car, as long as you have your phone with you. Check out the Wash Me app on your favorite app store or mywashme.com for more information.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
Today, the Washington Commanders added center Tyler Biadasz to their injury report for today's game at New Orleans. He is officially questionable due to illness. The Houston Texans announced that tight end Cade Stover underwent emergency appendectomy surgery last night. He is expected to make a full recovery. In a big understatement, the Texans added Stover has been downgraded to out for today's game against the Miami Dolphins. ESPN reports that candidates that the New York Jets are expected to interview for their general manager job will include former Tennessee Titans general manager John Robinson, as well as former Washington and Philadelphia director of player personnel Louis Riddick. The Jets, meanwhile, have ruled out tight end Tyler Conklin for their game today at Jacksonville due to personal reasons.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy. Getting down to 42 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 50s, moderate rain likely. Temperatures in the lower 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 45. In Warrenton it's 44 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. It's time. We're live in the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Of course, we're live also on all of our different feeds. KYRO's Facebook feed, you can find that. KYRO 1280 AM, 105.3 FM. Traveling East Productions, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Go like and subscribe. And, of course, also on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook feed page as well. Join us in our conversations this morning. Of course, that music right there as I pod it down. The Tony Anthony's Dirty White Boy theme from Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And of course, joining me this morning, the super fan himself, the Nematode Nelly.
Good
He
morning.
is Tim Williams. And the returning resident referee, he is back from the shelf.
Yes.
He is HD Daniels. Good morning, my friend.
Hello.
Programming note for everyone. Today's show is only an hour. For 11 o'clock, we go to pregame for the Kansas City Chiefs. Noon kickoff against the Cleveland Browns. all that happening today here on KYRO. Last night, it was supposed to have been Christmas Bash Spectacular. However, the rain and more rain stopped it from happening. But that's okay. It's been postponed, but it's going to happen next Saturday, December the 21st, Christmas Bash Spectacular. Free smart TV raffle going on that evening. Bring in canned items. For every 5 canned items, you'll get a raffle ticket. Tickets are also $2 a ticket or 6 for $10. And that money raised from the raffle will go to the Country State of Mind Designs Company, as they are sponsoring a local family. And the canned goods, of course, going to Bread for Life Food Pantry in Troy, Missouri, as we help those that are in need. What a good day it is to be a wrestling fan these days. So much going on this week, and I think that where we need to start is Christmas Bash Spectacular for next weekend. Let's run down the card real quick. Now, yesterday, Big Jack Parker Jr. was having travel issues, let us say. And I think it was in part due to that long strand of storms and rain and everything, because it stretched from Wisconsin all the way down to the southern tips of Texas. But depending on what happens next weekend, if he's able to get there, it'll be himself taking on the Sergeant at Arms, Blade Lennox. And if it still happens to be that there's some travel issues, hey, from what I understand, Blade Lennox has an opponent to be named that evening. So we'll see what happens. Dysfunction. Brandon Espinoza and Kyle Roberts will take on the natural Atlas Armstrong and a newcomer to World League Wrestling. His name is Talon. Also, ladies action going on at Christmas Bash Spectacular. I have not heard whether or not the championship is on the line, but Skylar Sparks will be taking on Cameron Brené. Jeff Wild, the Wild Man. Oh goodness, guys!
I saw that, and I want to know, who did he make mad?
I don't think it's so much as him making somebody mad, but he's gonna have to watch. He's gonna have to have eyes in the back of his head. He's gonna have to be ready for anything.
Yeah,
I love his wildness, right? I love his spunk and his attitude and everything that comes along with it. But he's gonna have to take it up several notches, several levels, because he will be facing a furious former World League Wrestling, recent former World League, NWA World League Wrestling heavyweight champion in Superstar Steve. Then also, the Deliverer Moses tries to get back on the winning track, but he's got a tall task in front of him in the form of 6'8", 275 pounds of monstrous Mike Maverick. And then also, from what I understand, this will be the main event. It'll be champion versus champion. The NWA World League Wrestling heavyweight champion, Camaro Jackson, will take on the NWA World League Wrestling's junior heavyweight champion, Raheem De La Suede. And the last time these two were in the ring together, it was Door to Destiny Rumble. They were the last two men standing in that match, and Camaro Jackson was able, through adversity, quite a bit of adversity that night, get rid of Raheem over the top rope to secure that title shot at World League Wrestling's 25th anniversary, which we know that he captured that championship from Superstar Steve, and that's why I say a furious Superstar Steve, because he's going to be coming into that match with Jeff Wild with, I believe, something to prove. HD.
Well, I guess he's got to prove that he's still I don't know about belongs, but he's got revenge on the mind probably.
Oh, for sure. For
Revenge
sure.
or malice?
Malice, revenge.
Everything.
Pick an adjective.
And then, of course, you can't forget that usually by his side, his little protege, all day Aiden Riley. Be careful. Be careful there, Tim Williams.
Chicken Little. Chicken Little.
Goodness. He's pushing the envelope
I know.
over there.
He usually sits front row, too. I don't know what he's doing.
Get the wrong person mad at you. And heck, you like to bring up all the time about me getting hit in the head with that doggone microphone. I didn't even do anything to make Skylar Sparks mad, and she just did it because...
Right.
You
I
won't
know.
make somebody mad, dude. Seriously. But that
I'm not
is-
laughing at him. I'm laughing near him.
Oh, no. We all know better than that. We all know better than that one. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest about it. I think he knows it too.
I'm sure he does.
He's
giving me a couple glares, I think, as on the entrance.
I have noticed that. Yeah, he is giving you some serious stare downs with that pipe in hand. He playing with fire over here, HD.
Now let him. Let's see what happens.
We might be super fans this one Sunday morning.
What happened? Oh, Aiden got a hold of him, finally.
Yeah. Aiden, Skylar Sparks, Raheem De La Suede.
No, I like Suede.
Oh, you like Suede?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we don't know if Suede likes you.
That's true. We haven't figured that one out yet.
Very true. Very, very true. Thankfully, I'm on his good graces, so I ain't got nothing to worry about in that department. Last night, gentlemen, WWE Saturday night's main event made a comeback, and what a comeback that was! Wow, what a show that was! You know, kicking it off, getting to see Jesse the Body Ventura come out with his boa feathers and all that stuff. Man, that was nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very cool stuff.
It just brought back like some joy in my heart seeing him there and just his presence. He just has that presence about him, and you know what he's going to say. He's going to say it straight and be straight about it.
That's right. That's right. And always for the bad guy.
Oh, I know.
Always for the bad guy.
I know.
But you know, that's his nature. That's his nature. The former governor of Minnesota. And a former city mayor as well before that. I don't remember exactly which town. It was a small little town, but still, nonetheless, what a career he had. You know, as a wrestler, as a commentator. I think he had more success as a commentator than he did in in-ring action.
I think so.
More or less, that's what he's remembered for, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So last night, to start that show off, Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we saw Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins in a match because Jey Uso had been attacked in the back, and Sami thinking it was Seth Rollins that had done it. Come to find out, nope. At the end of that match, of course, you know, Rollins picks up that quick schoolboy win, and afterwards Drew McIntyre is directly behind him and connects with a Claymore kick, and off to the races we go. Sami challenging for last night's Saturday night's main event. McIntyre getting the win with that Claymore. But then also the night before on Friday Night SmackDown, attacking Jimmy Uso as well. He's taking him out one at a time. You know, I don't know. This is crazy stuff.
Though I'm curious if he's actually going to end up going after Solo too, because Solo was part of the original Bloodline too.
He was,
and really it was Solo that really cost him one of the first matches against Roman Reigns.
True, HD.
I kind of hope he just takes the whole Bloodline off TV altogether.
Yeah.
Are you over the Bloodline?
Yeah, I'm over it.
He's over it, folks.
Maybe
He's
Drew,
done with it.
Seth, and Kevin can get rid of the whole Bloodline thing.
Couple of folks on the Facebook feed already. Andrew Michael Strobel saying good morning. And also Sean Culligan, thank you guys for joining us this morning. And anyone that's on the Facebook, feed, please join us on our conversations and the questions and all that good stuff. But we're also on Twitter as well, HD.
At UW Talk KYRO.
There we go. It's starting to get a little bit of traction. We definitely need more traction.
Yep, we're trying.
So go like and follow that. You never know what we may throw up on there from time to time. Several championships were on the line last night during Saturday night's main event, and one of those being the Women's World Championship, and Liv Morgan defending that title against Io Sky. And before we keep going, I gotta say, for Saturday night's main event, I loved the fast-pacedness of all of those matches. There was no backstage shenanigans going on. There wasn't anything but get in the ring and do your business.
Yeah, they were on NBC, so they didn't have time. Like when it's a regular PLE, they, I guess, take their time. I'm not sure, but some of those shows can go 3+ hours.
Sure, absolutely.
Last night was 2?
Yeah, it was exactly 2 hours.
It was on the dot.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good for 2 hours.
What did you think, though? Did you enjoy that better than the normal, regular WWE show that we see?
I would probably say so. Yeah.
And it was nice to see Pat McAfee back commentating with Cole. Those two are just incredible together.
They really are. And from what I understand, there might be another couple more college game days that are going to happen with the bowl, situations going on and stuff through the first part of the year. But I got, from what I understand, he's going to be back on the commentating table full time again very, very soon, and might even start with the first Raw of the year on January the 6th on Netflix.
Yeah.
So, Liv Morgan taking on Io Sky and hitting that Oblivion to retain the WWE, the WWE Women's World Championship. But then after that, we saw Rhea Ripley come out, and we knew going into this that their story wasn't done. But man, she has got her sights set on Liv Morgan, and I was surprised that Raquel Rodriguez standing out there when she came out, though all three of them didn't get into it.
Well, but they probably didn't have time, right?
Yeah. It was
True.
pretty tight, I'm sure. But they've been getting into it all the time. It seems like every Raw, Ripley, Rodriguez, and Liv interact somewhere along the line. So.
Yeah, for sure. More to talk about on Saturday night's main event, but right now we are up against the first break of the show, so we're going to go ahead and take that real quick, and we'll be right back.
Your way to work? Downtown Winfield's the place to be. Common Grounds Coffee House, featuring the almost world-famous Block 25. Common Grounds Coffee House. Check us out on Facebook or stop by today. 205 Main Street, downtown Winfield.
Mounts Plumbing and Construction, the first name in all commercial and residential repairs, as well as new construction. Mounts specializes in sewer cleaning, jetting, water heaters, hydro excavation, sewer camera and locating, mainline jetting and cleaning. There's nothing we can't do. Located in Moscow Mills at 40 Walter Court. Call us at 314-230-9001. That's 314-230-9001. We're the best plumbing company in town. Ask about our senior citizen, military, police, and first responder discounts.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
That one is Tony Anthony's Dirty White Boy from the Smoky Mountain Wrestling time. Of course, that first one was Shane Douglas's ECW thing. Right. I thought I had that
I
switched around, but I can't see the screen. Tim's in charge of it today, so I'm blaming him.
Yeah.
It's all his fault.
Right.
Turn in your fan card. I mean, come on.
Come on now. You gotta stay on top of stuff. Gotta love that old music. Gotta love those old theme songs. Iconic now. Wow. Good stuff. Very good stuff. All right, let's get back to Saturday night's main event. Triple threat action. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Gunther defending that title against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And the outcome, HD, did you expect to see that outcome?
I did. It was probably my favorite match of the night, actually. I didn't see Gunther losing because Finn and Damian have their own business to settle first before what I suspect is Finn moves on to the world title eventually. But I suspect Finn and Damian still have business to take care of. So,
and see, for me, though, they had already had a couple of matches.
They have.
Damian Priest has come out on top in that, but yet they're still going at it. Man, that's just crazy to me to see them in that triple threat match, and because of the fact that they're focused more on each other than they are on Gunther.
Yeah, to me, eventually one of them has to go to another show, whether it's Damian goes over through the transfer portal over to SmackDown.
Oh gosh,
transfer
Don't say
portal.
that.
He said the dirty words. He said the dirty words. I'm in the boat with HD. I can't stand this transfer portal stuff going on. What the heck is the point of the draft if you're just going to change things up 6 months later?
Right. No,
or
I agree.
7 months or whatever it's been. Because
nonetheless, it exists.
Again, in 5 months' time, right after WrestleMania, basically.
Then it's the lottery. They go, hey, we're going to switch it up with the lottery this time. They'll just come up with a new name for it.
Kills me. It kills me. Powerbomb to Finn Balor and Gunther retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. But, you were saying before, HD, that they've got to finish their business between the two of them. You think it's Finn Balor that's going to come out between the two of them to go and challenge Gunther again for that championship?
Well, I mean, it's if you think about it, I guess long term, Finn is a heel, Gunther's a heel, right? So are we going to have Gunther versus Finn? I actually don't really know, but I feel like Finn needs to win this rivalry with Damian first. So whether he moves on to Gunther, I'm not sure. Maybe he goes against Cody or something like that.
But something else that he's got to remember, he's got to, and I foresee it happening very shortly, where it's going to be more defenses of those tag team championships that he holds with
they're kind
JD
of pointless.
McDonough.
They're kind of pointless right now.
I know, right?
So
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Make them defend the championship at least once a month. Dang it! Come on.
Yeah, they should. But
or every couple of 3 weeks or so.
I don't think the Raw men's tag team division is that strong right now.
Well, we got the New Day.
Yeah.
They're going to make it real strong, I feel like.
You got the War Raiders who just came back recently. I think those guys are hopefully.
But they already got a shot and already lost too.
True, but I don't. That was a very close match, and with it being as close as it was, I don't think that completely takes them out of the running for another shot somewhere down the road. But the question is, the both of them now, Eric and Ivar, can they stay healthy? Because they have both been injury prone over the last 3 or 4 years now, it seems. Either one or the other has been out for extended periods of time, and I'm talking like 8, 9, 10 months at a time.
Let's just hope that let's assume that they stay healthy and they keep the division strong.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. That would be good for them and for the division.
If they can stay healthy, it'll prove, and then they'll get the championship back.
Yeah. Now, this next match, for me, I think this one, for the story value, is the best match of the night for me. And it was to crown the first women's United States champion. And it was Michin taking on Chelsea Green. And before we give what happened in that one, I got to tell you, I have just thoroughly enjoyed Chelsea Green's work in the last, 3 or 4, maybe 5 months or so.
Yeah. I have this personal thing with a pay-per-view or a PLE. If a title doesn't change hands or nothing significant happens, what was the point?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the whole point, since nothing else happened, was Chelsea winning that title. She made the show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We have a new champion. It made the show worth it to a point.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I think Chelsea's on the verge of like a babyface run. People are loving her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you even go back prior to the dumpster matches and the hardcore matches that she was having, and then what she did at NXT. People are kind of slowly getting behind the whole Chelsea Green movement.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And, of course, Green did pick up that championship with the Unpretty Her to Michin for that one.
Flipping one.
2, yes, 3. It was a modified Unprettier, right? But, yeah, I mean, just an amazing match.
Would that be considered an avalanche Unprettier?
I don't know, because it wasn't. The move didn't happen off the top rope.
Okay.
Right.
Excalibur.
I was going to see if you could get that one.
The outcome of the main event was what I thought that it was going to be. Now, the question really comes into mind.
Just one.
Has Kevin Owens signed a new WWE contract? If he has not, his contract ends at the end of the year in just a few weeks. Do you think, and we'll go around the horn here, we'll start with you, HD. Do you think Kevin Owens signs a new contract with the WWE, or do you think it's more plausible that he signs with AEW and goes back, quote unquote, to his roots of things?
So I don't keep track of contract stuff. So if it is expiring, you said the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the new regime in place that Kevin Owens can be as much Kevin Steen as he wants to be in the WWE. I don't see him leaving at all.
Okay.
I totally agree with that. I mean, he's got still way more upside to stay with WWE than to jump ship to go to AEW at this point. And literally storyline, you still have storylines you could build with them.
Sure. But, it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if he does not sign with WWE, and it takes a little bit of time.
He's that disgruntled with WWE?
No, I don't think it's that he's disgruntled. It's just a new change. Change is good sometimes, right? But, he could go into AEW and have a nice program with his former best friend, Chris Jericho, for that Ring of Honor World Championship. And I have read a few things where they're kind of close to having a TV deal for Ring of Honor. And if that were to happen, wow, that would be the best way to start that TV deal off with Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, however you're going to call him, against Chris Jericho for that Ring of Honor Championship. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's extreme, in my opinion, some fantasy booking. But I don't know if I see that happening. Do you really?
I do.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Or do you think Matt Cardona is going to take the belt off Jericho?
I think Cardona could do more with it than Jericho could.
That's interesting. Yeah, because at Final Battle, he does have that match with Chris Jericho, which comes up in 2 weeks,
something like
I believe,
that,
on the 28th, 27th, something along those lines. Even if that were to happen, Kevin Owens versus Matt Cardona would be extremely good too.
You would put
I
Kevin
think.
Owens right into Ring of Honor. The show
I would.
The show nobody watches right now.
Because of the fact of, like I said, if they get that TV deal that they keep touting and talking about, why not? Why not, sign Kevin Owens, and put him right there?
Well, people are already upset that Toni Storm didn't debut her matches on Dynamite. So you're trying to just make people mad, I think.
People need to get over themselves. Seriously. You young fans out there, I tell you what. Learn to love the beginning of the stories.
She did.
But she came back, and I think this is why they did it not on Dynamite, but on Rampage, because she's already lost her mind again.
Yeah, amnesia.
She doesn't know where the heck she is. Maybe she was supposed to have been on Dynamite. Coming in, hi, I'm Toni Storm. I'm all elite. I love it.
I enjoy it too. I've seen people complain, but I think it's cool.
And we kind of got away from it, but Cody Rhodes, of course, hit that crossroads on the chair. It was on the chair. Jesse the Body Ventura was correct.
That heel.
It was on the chair.
Cody used the chair.
Yep, he did.
And he retained that WWE Championship. Do you see Cody Rhodes making a turn?
I see the fans turning before Cody does.
Yeah.
Okay. How so? Why?
I'm thinking of back to AEW. Cody has always been Cody. He's never within the past I don't know, AEW years, 5-6 years, he's just been Cody.
Mm-hmm.
He wears these condescending suits, like he's better than you. His attitude towards his friends.
Yeah, you know what? I'm in that boat with you. I didn't like it myself. It didn't make sense to me for them to do that. But it is what it is, and it was what it was, and it happened. So, but I can't blame Kevin Owens for thinking, hey, you betrayed me.
Right.
This is something that I've been fighting against for the betterment of 4 to 5 years, and here you come in.
You finish the story, and then you jump sides.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
So I can't say that I blame, like HD, I can't say that I blame Kevin Owens, but I think you're right. I think the fans turn on Cody Rhodes
It'll be
first.
a slow. It's not going to happen overnight.
So who's going to turn first? The fans turn on Cody, or Roman Reigns turns heel again?
Ooh.
Roman and Cody are in this weird zone where they haven't changed their characters.
Right.
Roman is loved for reasons I cannot explain, because we're supposed to hate Solo, I guess, but he's still Roman. Right. He hasn't changed.
Nope. He hasn't changed. If you really listen to his promos and the way he ends it, it's like, hey, I'm still the chief.
Yeah.
And I am going to run it.
And he gives the Usos all these dirty looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, people want to cheer for him, so they're cheering for him, but I don't know why they are. They just want to.
Yeah. Well, we found out that Roman Reigns, he has put out that challenge to Solo Sikoa for January the 6th, the opening night of Raw on Netflix.
Is that through the transfer portal?
It is.
He said that dirty words again. That was HD saying it. You know what? I've heard that they're going to.
Come on, you got to say it once. You can say it once.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
He wants
the
to
stupid
say it.
switch. That's what I'll call it. The stupid switch. He has challenged Solo Sikoa. We'll see if he accepts that challenge. But on January the 6th on Netflix, the opening night on Netflix, it'll be those two possibly battling against each other one-on-one for the tribal chiefdom, for that Ula Fala, for the whole 9 yards ball of wax. What do you guys think happens? As of right this second.
I'm going to counter that with another question.
Okay.
Regardless of what happens, is it over?
Oof.
No.
I don't mind the Bloodline storyline continuing.
It's been like 5 years.
It has been a long time, but you know what? Some of this is my personal take on it. I think this is the best storyline that we have seen, and I don't know how long. It's been a long time. This is the best storyline that we've had. Why end it right now? Why not keep it going? Because there's still more. There's still more to tell in this story. You've got, yes, the tribal chiefdom being battled over, but you know what? You've also got many other family members that can come in. You have got Hikuleo and Zilla Fatu, who have signed with the WWE. We're still waiting on their show up, and who are they going to side with? What are they going to do? Are they going to be part of the bloodline? But then ultimately, everybody seems to forget from time to time the final boss, The Rock. He's going to be back into the mix of things before much longer, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's been being clamored for over the last, 4 or 5 years, but I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns is battling yet again for that tribal chief moniker against the final boss, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
So does Roman win the red necklace, and then The Rock wants it, so he challenges him?
I think so.
Okay.
But then what happens with Solo Sikoa and his bloodline?
They become Rock's lackeys? I don't know.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, too. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But they've got to come up with a way of making some new matchups, some new stuff coming out of this instead of always being the same match over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
With like bloodline interference and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing the GOD, Tama Tonga Tongaloa, having a straight-up tag match with the Usos.
Right.
That would be kind of cool to see. But, you know, as of right now, Jimmy Uso's out with a broken leg. Who knows how long that's going to take? Usually it takes like 3 or 4 months. Mm-hmm. And that could very well mean that he misses WrestleMania this year. Hey, we are up against our very last break of the hour. And again, we're going till 11 o'clock this morning due to the pregame for the Chiefs game at noon kickoff against the Cleveland Browns. We're going to go ahead and take that break and come back and continue on talking more professional wrestling right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Oh, it's been a great family business. My dad started the company, and we have been in business a long time. And really what keeps us in business, I think, is just working with our good customers and clients and the relationships that we're able to build. It's really important to us, our agents, to build that relationship, but provide the service to this your local community.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
You can reach us at and look at all our properties at MeyerListings.com. You can also call us at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
Hi, everybody. This is News Radio KYRO, Vice President and General Manager John Chepper, and I have a question for you. Have you ever considered hosting a foreign exchange student? If you haven't, perhaps the time is now. You can host a high school student from another country who lives with your family for 5 to 10 months, a new international branch for your family tree, and an opportunity to share your part of America with an international teenager. AYUSA has been connecting families around the world for over 30 years. A track record of trust with compassionate, engaged student leaders and personalized host family support. There's no typical family. No matter where you live or how your family is structured, there's a student waiting for a family like yours for a unique opportunity. Find out more by contacting the AYUSA local representative Tricia Schneidermeyer at 636-295-7224. Explore the wonderful opportunities that AYUSA has to offer, connecting families around the world for over 30 years.
The Olean Livestock Market is now the Olean Regional Stockyards and under new ownership. The Olean Regional Stockyards will be holding sales every Monday at 12 noon. For consignment and trucking needs, call Hayden Hurst at 573-690-2705 or Dusty Roberts at 417-298-9755. The Olean Regional Stockyards, same location, 56 Highway FF in Eldon. Our new ownership allows us to make improvements to our facility while maintaining familiarity to our customers. We can't wait to serve you. The Olean Regional Stockyards, the best destination for cattle buyers and sellers.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 42 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 50s, moderate rain likely. Temperatures in the lower 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 45. In Warrenton it's 44 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
That music, it really takes me back. That, of course, the theme music for Nikita Koloff, the Russian Nightmare from the 80s, early 90s, NWA, WCW. Wow, wow, wow.
That guy had muscles on muscles on
Yeah,
muscles
he did.
on muscles.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. So we were talking a little bit between breaks, on the break there. HD, you brought something up that, please, go ahead and let's talk about that.
Well, I love it on this show when we, detour a little bit and we talk about companies like TNA or any other non-top 2 company. And on Friday, the big news coming out of that show, TNA Final Resolution, was a big return, Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, and you said that you were watching this.
I was, yeah.
How did this return happen?
So Jordan Grace was in the middle of a match, and there were already rumors that Tessa Blanchard signed with TNA. She's going to return. Nobody exactly knew what was going to happen or when. But even before Tessa showed up, it was like, this is a terrible idea. TNA's lost their minds, all this stuff. And she interferes in Jordan's match, ends in disqualification. She was masked, so a masked vigilante or whatever interrupts Jordan's match. Match is over. She takes off her mask. It's Tessa Blanchard. And the internet loses their minds.
Went ape?
Yep, went ape.
They went ape.
I just thought it was worthy of discussion because it's a big topic that happened this weekend. People are very upset.
She did some nefarious things when she was in TNA the last time.
Yep.
And other places in the world of professional wrestling. The criticism isn't, shall I say, unwarranted, but my thing, and you can speak on this if you'd like to, don't people deserve a second chance? And in some cases, a lot of cases, if we look at them, a lot of them get 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th chances.
Right. I mean, some crimes may not deserve a second chance, depending on what the crime is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's been accused. I mean, you get into it, she's been accused of being a racist,
right? Yeah.
Being a bully.
Yeah.
Doing vile things like spitting on people, stuff like that.
Yeah.
She left TNA as the TNA Men's World Champion, and she got stripped of that title because she literally held it hostage in another country and didn't show up to work.
Yep, down in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Now, that was wasn't that during or was it just before all the COVID stuff was going on?
I don't recall.
I think it was right before.
I think it was right before.
Yeah. Right before, and then it gave her that excuse to run down to Mexico with it, during COVID, and like you said, held that championship hostage.
And I mean, not showing up to work and holding a title hostage is not the first time someone has done that in wrestling.
True.
I mean, like Stone Cold left,
Mhm.
CM Punk left. People
Mhm.
have forgiven those people. I think it's the other crimes, the other
Yeah.
accusations
Yeah.
against her that people are very upset about.
Well, let's take this to another level then, or talk about another person that has done some of the same type of things when it comes to the racist stuff, and that's Hulk Hogan.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan said some disparaging things, and he was welcomed. I mean, it took a little while.
Well,
it took a while.
There are still people who see Hulk Hogan and they're in disgust. It still happens, even when he shows up to WWE programming.
Well, you know what? And granted, it was a slip up. Don't get me wrong. It was a slip up. It wasn't meant to be said, but still, it was still said.
Right.
Booker T, if you remember back in the day,
Yeah.
he had that promo with his brother, and Stevie Ray and Sherry Martel, and the N-word slipped out of his
Famous
mouth
Booker
when he
T
was
promo.
talking about Hulk Hogan.
Right.
You didn't see any repercussions really come from that, and you know what? Macho Man Randy Savage, he had many many things that he did that really could have warranted him being done as a wrestler early on.
Non-racist things, right? Like domestic.
Oh
stuff.
no, I'm talking about down in Memphis wrestling and all that stuff when he first started off.
I thought you were referring to Elizabeth stuff.
And well, then I was going to say, and then moving into because he had Elizabeth with him down there at Memphis,
Right.
And several other different places that he went to, and then moved up to WWE, brought Elizabeth with her or with him, and did some things that, well, that would be completely frowned upon in today's world. So I don't know. Does, in your mind though, as we've got about 9 minutes left in the show, does Tessa Blanchard deserve another chance, specifically with TNA?
I think if she can make a case that it was all a big misunderstanding, I'm just hoping that maybe it was all of this stuff. I've heard that, someone like Moose has come to her defense. I don't have proof of that or anything, but just things that you read. If someone like a Moose or another female could come to her defense, maybe it could smooth things over.
Yeah.
I enjoy her work, to be honest. If I'm watching TV, which I'm not going to stop watching TNA.
Same.
I hope she does well on television and can, reestablish herself. But she has a lot of work to do too.
Yeah, granted.
Well, you had brought up, why did she sign? Well, I think they had to sign someone like a Tessa Blanchard because how much longer is Jordan Grace going to be in TNA?
Depends on how long her contract
the
actually
negative,
is.
but I think people are claiming or afraid that the negative publicity of this is going to hurt TNA instead of help them.
I guess you could say that about any wrestling organization, though, if they were to sign Tessa Blanchard.
Well, people don't want her signed, is my point. WWE, AEW, TNA, if she went anywhere, people would be in uproar. They're fed up with her. They don't want her. At least that's what you read.
Right. Well, then there comes the case where people's skin is way too thin these days, and people hold on to things for way too long. And granted that saying, what's that saying? The spots on a leopard never changes, but we're not talking about a leopard. We're talking about a human being.
Sure.
And maybe she has seen the error of her ways and has turned over a new leaf, what have you, and can prove. That's the biggest thing. She's got to prove it, right? She's got to prove it on a daily basis that she's not that person from 5-6 years ago that did all these, well, they're bad things.
Yeah.
They're just very bad things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next month, couple of months or so. But I think people need to sit back, relax. It's professional wrestling, and just see what happens.
Yeah,
just see what happens.
Time heals all wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take her time to get back into the good graces of the wrestling community.
It will.
Yeah.
It definitely will. It definitely will.
I just thought it deserved some attention. from
Absolutely.
us. Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
absolutely.
For sure. Hey, this is Uncensored Wrestling Talk, brother. We'll talk about anything and everything, including the controversial things.
Yeah.
Something that we haven't gotten into, and that's really because it's still an ongoing thing, and we will once it becomes a finished thing, but the whole Vince McMahon situation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that has really died down over the last 4 months or so, but that's also because that investigation was put on hold and all that sort of things. But once that investigation gets back up and running again, we're probably going to hear and find out more things and all that kind of stuff. But we'll wait until it's all said and done, and then we'll jump into the meat of the story and talk about it.
But the wrestler that's hurting the most out of this whole thing, the Vince McMahon, is Brock Lesnar.
He was accused of some things, though.
He was accused of it. So, but now
He
I mean, I think everybody's starting to clamor again. Where's Brock? Where's Brock?
Sure. And from what I have read, he's been put back onto the quote unquote active roster. So when is he coming back? Could it be Royal Rumble? That's only about a month away, roughly. Time will tell. We'll see what happens there. But those were some, shall I say, weird things that he was being accused of with.
Weird is like,
and that's another.
Weird. It was weird.
It was weird. It was weird. And I don't know if that's really the harshest way to put it, because you could probably use some other words that can't be used on the radio. But some weird things that he was accused of. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that whole situation.
I'm sure there'll be backlash if he ever does return. Like on January 6th, people will be upset if he shows up again.
There will be. There always is. There always is some.
Yep.
The question is on that particular situation, will there be more upset than not so upset? That's the thing. And that's where it brings me full circle back to Tessa Blanchard. Is there more people upset about it, or is there more of a let's wait and see what happens type situation?
On social media, you get the negative all first.
Sure.
It all
Absolutely.
comes out first, so it's hard to decipher who's happy about this. I've seen no one happy about it. I'm indifferent right now. But that's all you see is the bad stuff at first.
I mean, again, though, I got to say, it's been 4, 5, 6 years since all that stuff had happened. She hasn't really done a whole lot in the world of professional wrestling over these last couple of years. So, and I get it that she wanted to also lay low and let the fire die down and all that kind of thing. Because let's be honest, wrestling fans' attention span is not very long. No offense to anyone out there that's a wrestling fan, but it's truth is the truth. All right.
It's not very long, but then it's long with stuff like this. People don't forget.
Well, yeah. It's one of those things.
How did
we
she
just
look?
have to wait and see.
Did she look in shape and
Yeah.
ready to go?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, we've got about 2.5 minutes left. Real quick, I want to run down with you guys the Continental Classic scores that's going on right now in AEW. Last night on Collision, we saw Kazuchika Okada picking up the win and 3 points against Beast Mortos. And in a surprise upset win, I believe, Mark Briscoe pinned Kyle Fletcher. Now, outside of this tournament, I would not say it would be an upset. But during this tournament, I believe it is an upset just for the simple fact that Fletcher jumped out with 3 wins right in a row for a 9-0 lead on everybody else.
I was there live for that. That was match of the night.
Yeah.
And a huge pop at the end for Briscoe to win that. I don't know if anybody expected it because of Fletcher's momentum. It was a great match.
In the Blue League, Kyle Fletcher still holds the lead with 9 points. Okada, second with 7. Briscoe jumps into third with 6. Daniel Garcia is at 4. Shelton Benjamin, I'm surprised with Shelton Benjamin's score right now. It's sitting at only 3. And, of course, Beast Mortos rounding it out with 0 still. On the Gold League side, we've got Will Ospreay with 6, Ricochet 6, Claudio Castagnoli with 6. So we've got a 3-way tie at the top of the Gold League with Darby Allin and Brody King only 3 points behind them with 3 apiece, and Commander still winless in the tournament. Now, we know that the winner and the runner-up from both leagues will move on. The runner-up of the Blue League will face the winner of the Gold League, and vice versa. The runner-up of the Gold League will face the winner of the Blue League, and then the winners of those two will face off for that Continental Classic Championship. So, with all that being said, we've got about 30 seconds left to end the show. Superfan, I thank you so much for coming in this morning and helping with the computer and all that wonderful stuff for us this morning. HD, it's good to see you back. I hope that you're doing much better.
I am.
I know you were sick last weekend, so it's always good to see your smiling face and happy. So, again, thank you for coming in this morning. Next weekend, Christmas Bash Spectacular. Get your tickets, HarleyRace.com.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at GatewayFiber.com.
And we're clear.
1053 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
The following is a presentation of the National Football League and the Chiefs Radio Network.